So we moved into a smaller space this year, a place down at the beach. Our kids moved out, and so we've kind of been like slowly downsizing. So I want to share with you some of my favorite tips. So the first one, do any of you, just curious, do any of you have yoga tights or like exercise tights, workout gear that you feel like you probably have like some really cute things that you've forgotten about because they're in the bottom of your drawer? And like, how do you store them? Do you hang them? Do you fold them? If you fold them, what about the ones that are on the bottom? So this drove me crazy forever. So let me share with you what I did for a solution. So I'm going to flip the camera now. So we didn't have a big closet. I didn't have a big like walk-in closet in this space. So what I did is I built, not me personally, I hired someone to take up about a foot of our hallway space and build a wardrobe in our hallway. So, and if you've been following me for a while, you probably saw me design this last year. But so this is all a wardrobe now in the hallway that leads into our bedroom. But here we go. Are you ready? You're gonna love this. You can find them on Amazon. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready to ask me for my address so that you can send me a thank you card, because this is going to be a life changer for you. Okay, you ready? You ready? Here's the buildup. Here we go. Yes. So I found, one of my girlfriends was showing me these racks that she has for her towels. And I'm like, that would be brilliant for like yoga tights, like your exercise tights. So you can get these on Amazon. And I just had and like, listen, look at, can you tell? It's like, it's not even like a full square space. It's like a corner space. So I'm really able to maximize space by using this little corner. How killer is this? For these are sold, see, this is what it looks like. I kept one up here without any tights on it so you could see what they look like. So just look up towel rack on Amazon. I think they're like 24 bucks. And they're stainless steel and they rotate, and you can just hang all of your exercise tights, because one of the fundamentals of being organized is being able to see the things that you have and use. Because if you can't see it, you won't use it, and therefore you don't need it. Brilliant, right? Okay, so here's a bonus one. I did the same thing for all of like my exercise tanks and tees. This is a Waterfowl Rack. Now, of course, I had to do this because I had very limited space, but this is a Waterfowl Rack that I just loop, and I put them on here in such a way that they're easy to pull off. So instead of hanging them like a waterfall, I just hang them over the top of it so that it's really easy to grab them and see what I have. All right. I hope you enjoy that. Amazon, baby. All right. Next up is drawer dividers. Okay, so you're coming into my closet. Drawer dividers are essential. So this is a little drawer divider that I use for my hats. Hats are key because hats allow you to go more than one day without taking a shower. Do you feel me, ladies? Okay, cool. So yes, these drawer dividers, this brand is expandable. I love everything this brand makes. It's OXO. So great. And it just makes everything look much more neat. Now, it's not just about things being neat. It's about things looking neat for you, because if things look neat for you, then it's less confusing to your brain, which leads me to my next tip. This is tip number 2. Tip number 3 is use matching hangers. My favorite brand is Huggable Hangers. And so I hang everything according to sleeve length and then color, with white at the back of the closet, because I should be put on timeout. I don't deserve to wear white. I can't wear white for more than a minute without getting it dirty. So I organize everything by sleeve length first, all the same hangers. Huggable hangers are thin. Buy a neutral color. Don't buy, don't get cute and think you're buying lavender or pink. Don't do that. Buy a neutral color, because you're going to need to buy more later. You might try to buy an off-brand. And if I had like some pink mix in here or some lavender, your brain would hurt. The less distracting your closet is, the easier it is for you to get ready. And so here are the Huggable Hangers. They're often on sale on QVC. I forget, is it HSN? Yeah, HSN. don't buy the knockoffs. The knockoffs, you get what you pay for, but nothing slides off these hangers. They are fantastic. That was tip number 4. Are you good with that? Okay, I'm going to show you how are we doing so far? Is this good? Okay, now I'm going to show you tip number, wait, that was 3? 4. Yeah, tip number 4. But before I do, if you just tuned in, hi, nice to meet you. My name is Chalene Johnson, and we're doing my 5 favorite tools for organization. Before I go downstairs, I should give you a bonus tip. This one's kind of pricey. But if you're in the market for a nice mirror, you're going to love this one, okay? Even though it's kind of a pricey, it's not, I wouldn't even call it an organizational tool. I would call it a piece of luxury furniture that also helps you to be organized, okay? So it's a little bit pricey, but think about it. For a really nice mirror, a lot of people spend $1,000. This next one, I think it did run about $1,000, but let me show it to you, okay? Here we go. All right, so, oh, hello. I'm just wearing some joggers, but this is my mirror. I take selfies in front of it all the time, but check this out, y'all. All right, it's not just a mirror. It's all of my jewelry. And don't think that you're going to break in and steal it because it's all costume. But it displays everything. And it makes it easy to grab. You know, like all your little necklaces get tangled up. This is I consider this a major investment. This keeps me married. You see what I'm saying? And it's such a beautiful mirror too. Isn't it just, and it's a good little selfie mirror too. All right, here we go. Moving on. Oh, hello, Sierra.
Do you need anything from Michael's?
Do I need anything from Michael's? I do, actually. But let me finish this broadcast, and I'll let you know what I need. Okay, so now we're going to go downstairs. And I'm not sure how many tips I've given you, but it's definitely more than 5, and you're welcome. But again, don't forget that tomorrow, the Chalene Show, which is my podcast, I'm releasing if you're into this organization stuff, and you're like, Chalene, these were great. No, I have so much more for you. So much more. You're going to go, okay, I should probably buy stock in the Container Store. Like tomorrow's episode is so good for you. So if you're in that declutter, in that organization mindset, the week before Halloween, the week before New Year's, like you're just in that mode, which I hope you are, then subscribe to the Chalene Show. It's a podcast. It's free. Did I mention it's free? Okay, so here's another little tip. You probably already know this. Like, good moms know this one. Like, and my goal is to make, hey, that was good light. Let's go back. Let's just talk here for a minute. It's hard to find good light. It's so hard to find good light. Okay, so this next one is really important because one of the principles of staying organizing is to remember that everything needs a home. There are things right now in the room that you're sitting in, look around, that do not belong there, right? The basketball does not belong in the living room, right? I mean, there are things in every single room that you're like, who put this here? Why is this here? And you just keep walking past it and walking past it. And you know what? It bugs you. It's in your brain, and your brain actually is using energy just to look at it. Because when you look at it, your brain has an immediate thought like, should I return that basketball right now to where it belongs? Or should I just leave it there and tell the kids to do it later? Like, you have to make a decision, and every single decision that you make depletes energy from your brain, and that energy is why we're so tired at the end of the day. So everything needs a home, and everyone needs to know where that home is, and they need to respect it. And this is much easier to do than what you think. In fact, it's already happening in your home. There's a place where you keep your forks and knives and spoons, and everybody in your family knows that, and everybody abides by it, and everybody puts the forks and knives and spoons there. And it's passed on from generation to generation. Why can't we do that with friggin' everything? We can. So one of the ways that you can kind of make this a little easier is have a basket in every room where when things don't belong in that room and you see them, throw them in the basket. And then when your family goes, Mom, where are my tennis shoes? You say, I don't know, check the basket, right? And then eventually people start doing it. All right, so here's my little basket. Yeah, let's take a look at whose things are in here right now. Well, I don't wear size 12 football cleats, do you? I don't play with a football, do you? Okay, fine, that's my hat, but the rest of it's going to go in the basket. And if the kids are like, where's my, yeah, look in the basket. All right. So we're coming up on that last tip. Okay. Here's the last one for you. And this one pertains to a tip that you'll hear on my podcast tomorrow that you need to be able to see what it is you need to use. And this is really important. So if you saw my exercise tights, I can see all of my tights. That's really important because then I see all my tights and I realize, you know what? I don't need more tights. Right, Brett?
You need more tights, like I need a hole in my head.
I don't know if you heard him, but he said, you need more exercise tights, like I need a hole in my head. But see, now that I can see them all, I'm like, oh yeah, I pretty much have every color. Do I really need more? Like, it's literally helped me to stop buying things I already have. Okay, so here's my next favorite tip, because it's not just about being able to see what you have. It's also creating order. Your brain needs order. It makes us feel less stressed. It helps us to create systems. And it allows us to make our healthiest habits easy. So here's my next and final tip for you today. All right, you're gonna go into my pantry. Okay, so here we go. Like, look, what is this? I think my grandma had one of these. Okay, so these are also made by OXO, and they are clear canisters. I love them, and we use them for just about everything, and it just makes it so much easier to see what it is you have, and so much easier to put your healthy snacks at eye level and make them palatable, make them easy for people to grab, as opposed to like the bags of chips and like crunchy things, etc. So those, I think I gave you more than 6 or 7 of my top organizational tools that I've really relied on this year in 2018 because we moved into a smaller space. It's made me become, I'm gonna say it, a little bit more of a minimalist. I don't even know if I deserve to use that word, but I'm definitely way more organized this year than I've ever been in my life. And trust me, you're talking to a girl who was not organized at all. I did not grow up in an organized household. Lots of chaos. This is something you can learn to do. And it's just about habits and learning those systems. And I share with you my top systems in detail and how you can adopt them in tomorrow's podcast. So please, if you enjoyed this, do me a favor. The second it ends, first of all, make sure you're following because I'm going to do a live. I've got so many lives scheduled over the course of the next 2 weeks with stuff like this, quick tips. But tomorrow's podcast is called The Chalene Show, and I'm going to give you the best of my decluttering tips. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to my podcast. I really do appreciate it. It's kind of like a tip jar because it's free. So I really do appreciate you. And thanks so much for joining me live. And that's it. Send me a DM if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Freeze. And, okay, you got to have that ending freeze pose. Ready?